Hello, my name is Justice 1954 here, and Happy New Year to you all. Wow, we just got done with 2025 and we're into 2026. But yeah, hope you guys had a great New Year's and yeah, so as you probably tell by the title of this video, this is going to be my first review of 2025. And I think I made a mention that I might not be as active this year. Well, as I probably said, I do probably have a lot going on this year, so do my best to make videos as much as I can, as I might have mentioned already. So I'm gonna be very busy this year with personal life and other stuff, but nothing too serious. It's just things I need to take care of in my daily life, and with the changes that are going on in my life. So just thought I have to mention that in case I need to do it again. But today's first review or video, whatever we want to call it, is gonna be my review of the Bandai movie monster series Godzilla 2000 2.0. This came out last year, so this is the card it comes with. Oh geez, very nice card. I like that. I like the picture. I like the image of Godzilla 2000. And Godzilla 2000 is another of my favorite designs, so you may see Godzilla 2000 in my thumbnails often, but yeah. So this is the card, obviously, I just said. Very nice image of Godzilla 2000. And there is another version of this, but it's from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, so same design, but different film. I think that one is with his spikes, orange like he's gonna blow his atomic breath, so just want to clear that up. I might get him, but we'll see. I mean, it's not bad to have duplicates of the same figure, whether it's the same figure or the spikes being different, so. Hey, this is the front of the card. Excuse me. The inside of the card. Very nice silhouette of Godzilla. And the back that shows, obviously it's purple. Well, you can see some purple on it. It says Godzilla 2000 and shows Godzilla spikes. So that's very nice. And here is Godzilla 2000 2.0. So I think this is like a reissue of the original Godzilla 2000 Bandai movie monster series, which I'll show later on. But this one is a very nice. This is a huge step up from that figure, and it kind of looks like he just walked out straight out of the movie. You can probably tell that they got the proportions nice, especially with the head. It looks like he stepped out of the movie, which is awesome, and they kind of made. I think they made his hands a little different from the original release. And basically everything else, the tail is curved, which is nice. So it won't be much of a shelf hog as, well, unlike my X Plus Godzilla 2000 over there. But that's a totally different figure. But yeah, very nice, nice updated, because it's 2.0, so it's version 2.0, I forgot to say that. But either way. So overall, I think everything looks very nice. And also, this was a Christmas gift from obviously last year from 2025 that just ended. And yeah, so I think overall the design is like I think everything looks great. It looks like he just walked straight out of the movie. Sorry. And I think this is a very nice. Oh, jeez. A very nice update to the original. Again, which I'll probably show later on. So, overall, the detailing in sculpt is very nice. I think everything looks great. Again, a huge step up from the original. So that is great. So, another thing I'll move on to is the paint. And I think overall the paint is great. When I say great, I think nothing seems to be unpainted. Well, I guess some might be unpainted because, due to probably, I'm guessing, production costs, and they probably couldn't add more paint. Just I'm guessing Bandai wanted to get it out there or something. I don't really know. But the spikes do look perfectly painted. I mean, you can see some spots are not painted, like this spike, this one right here, is not all the way painted. I'm guessing that could be due to the production costs. I'm guessing that's just my hypothesis or whatever you call it. But it's not the spike I'm pointing at. It's not all the way painted, as I just said. But yeah, that doesn't bother me very much. I'm guessing they probably painted what they could. But overall, I think the paint from is pretty good. The nails on Godzilla are like a pretty much any typical. I think it's a typical um color for Godzilla's nails or claws or whatever. But they look perfectly painted. And I've had this figure for like a week already. But anyways, his toes. Oh wait, his toes. Why is that? Okay, his toes look perfectly fine. Both sides are painted. I think this could be my fault on maybe you probably see it, but you might not. This could be my fault, but the paint on this toenail probably is scraped off. That could be a fault on my end. I may have placed them like you probably can't see where I placed my 2017 Martial Arts figure Godzilla, and he might have scraped probably on this thing I got for Christmas. That's probably a fault on my end, but yeah, the paint has chipped off a little bit, which doesn't bother me that much. I'm not too upset about that. I mean, I could always just be painted if I can find the probably find a matching color to that. But that doesn't bother me too much. I'm not too upset about that. But it's okay. I don't know if you can see, but the teeth are nice, like a bonish, like whitish color. You might not see it because of terrible lighting I have in this room. That the tongue is the mouth. You can probably see the mouth is nicely painted as well. Some Godzilla figures don't have like the upper like this part painted. So I don't know why they do that with some figures, but his mouth is basically all painted, which is awesome. I do like that. Again, I wish some figures had his mouth like Godzilla figures had the mouths like completely well like this. Again, that's just me. And his I don't know if you can see, but his eyes are very nice. They are like I don't know what you would call that color because I do not know if you could see it very well because the lighting or the uh, adjusting that the camera sometimes does. But his eyes are nicely painted, as I just said. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. So that is the paint. Overall, the paint is great. I mean, some parts are basically unpainted, kind of like the where the paint just fades out on the tail. No, I think it's supposed to be like that, but I think overall the paint is alright. Other than the paint chipping on the other than on this toenail, which again it doesn't bother me that much. Again, as I just said, I can probably just repaint it and everything will be good from there. So, also I'm a little tired because I just woke up a few minutes ago and New Year's was last night and earlier earlier on in the night, so I'm a little bit tired as usual. So yeah, that's the paint. And the last thing, or the next thing that I sometimes forget is size comparisons. I'm gonna get the I'm gonna compare him to the Godzilla 2014 movie monster series, and the camera might not be right, so I'm just doing what I can work with here. So I think well, I would say 2014 is a little bigger than Godzilla 2000. I don't know if you can really see because of probably the angle of this camera. Excuse me. But Godzilla 2014 is a little bit. Well, they could. Well, looking from over here, I think. Yeah, Godzilla 2014 is again a little bigger because I'm looking from this side. Well, whatever I'm looking at. As I can tell that 2014 is a bit bigger than Godzilla 2000 2.0 right here. So they overall I think they are basically good, other than 2014 being the biggest. Well, not the biggest figure, but the figure I've had to scale with him. Alright, I'm gonna get another. I think this is also Movie Monster series. I've had this figure for a long time as well. It is the theater exclusive Godzilla 2000, and again, England is probably off with the camera and whatnot. But I've had this guy for years. I think I got this guy when I was like, when I was sick years ago. I don't remember, but I've had this figure for a very long time. So comparing him to 2000 2.0, and oh boy, that is not a good comparison right there. This 2000 is obviously bigger than the new 2000. Or the 2000 I do have. Well, that this 2000 I do have from last year. Since, as I said, I did get this guy for Christmas last year that just ended. So there's that. And the last figure I could go on about the comparisons, but I'm just gonna compare him to my Bandai. I think this is Bandai Creation Godzilla 2000. Again, this is a figure I've had for a very long time. When most of these figures you'll probably see I've had for like a very long time, or not a very long time, but I've had them for a couple years. But this guy and the other one I just showed is those two I've had for a very long time since I started collecting Godzillas. So, yep, this is not a very fair comparison because Bandai Creation 2000 is a little bigger than 2.0 right here, but yeah, I'm just gonna put him off to the side. And that is. Oh, I almost forgot. I should have done this earlier. Is this guy can articulate, which means both arms can move. They can go like this. Oh jeez. They can do that. Mine is a little tight, especially at this angle, like when I get to here. So both arms do move. I probably just loosened it and made it worse. And the feet, both legs, can go they can't go 360, I'm guessing, and they can't go back all the way, which I'm probably guessing that the tail piece is I don't think the tail can come apart. No, the tail is just one piece, so it it could be blocking the articulation in both legs, which means you can't put them all the way back. I'm guessing that's probably because of the tail. That could just be my copy or it could be anyone's, and it does the same for here. The head does not move; it's one solid piece, and obviously the tail does not move either. So that's the articulation. So I obviously, as I said, like almost in every review, whether it's Godzilla, Transformers, or anything I review, movie, games, shows, or whatever. As I always said, I love this figure. It's this obviously 2000 is another one of my favorite designs. Besides, Final Wars and other designs I've liked over the years, whether it's whatever design I like over the years, I love this guy. While I do see my complaint is being with the paint on the middle this spike, which you probably can't see where my finger is a little bit unpainted, but that's okay. Again, not a big issue, and again, on my fault on my end is that one I think it's the It could be this tornado that I'm looking at, which I showed earlier, which some paint is coming off of it. Then again, it's not really big of a deal. It's probably my fault on my end. But yeah, I think overall I'm happy to have this guy. I wanted to get this guy for since it came out last year, and I just never got around to getting it because, well, it probably comes from Japan, and again, it probably costs is like I don't know how much this guy is, but yeah. And I obviously can't get many figures because some figures are expensive. But obviously this guy was an exception because it was a Christmas present. But yeah, so that is my somewhat awful not awful, but my review of Godzilla 2000 2.0 version 2.0, and this will be the first review of 2025. So stay tuned whenever I review the next figure of whether it's a figure I haven't reviewed yet or a Christmas present like this guy. So, as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay big, G fans.